Hello friends, welcome to Truth of Physics. In this video, I will discuss what is our clipper circuits and how clipper circuit works. Okay, I will solve a problem involving clipper circuit in this video, and by that you can easily understand how this circuit works and how the output we can find the output voltage of any clipper circuit very easily. So using this concept, this is the basic concept that I will teach in this video. So using this concept you can solve any type of clipper circuits, and in our upcoming classes I will discuss many problems involving these clipper circuits. So let's start. This is the circuit. Suppose this is our circuit, this is a resistance here, and here is a diode. This is the N terminal and this is the P terminal. Now here is a battery, this is positive end, this is negative end, and the voltage of the battery is 1 volt, and this is the circuit. And here this is the output. Okay, this is the output. That means here this is plus and this is minus. We are measuring the output like this. Okay, so how can we solve this? The input, suppose the input is like this. This is I'm just giving you the input first. The input signal, this means what? This is the symbol of AC signal. So this is the AC signal, and we have given this circuit, and means the source is providing a sine wave. The signal is sinusoidal. Okay, now what will be the output? What will be the V output? What will be the form of the V output? This circuit is called clipper circuit. So what will be the form of this output? Clipper means, you will understand later when I will solve that how we can calculate or how we can find the V output, the figure of V output. Then you can understand that why the name clipper comes here. Now to solve this problem, we have to divide this in two parts: half cycle, first half cycle, and second half cycle. So we are considering the first half cycle now. First half, okay, we are considering the first half cycle. So in first half cycle, what will be that? In first half cycle, you can see that this is positive, right? That means this is positive and this is negative. And you can understand that in second half cycle, what will be the given input voltage? The given input voltage is in negative. So when we consider the second half cycle, then what happens? Then the polarity will be changed just. Okay, now considering the first half cycle. Now in first half cycle you can understand that this is the P terminal and this is the N terminal of this diode. Now we know that how the PN junction works, how the forward bias and reverse bias of a PN junction works. If you don't know how this works, so I have already made a video on this topic, so the link of the electronics playlist I will give in the description box. From there you can watch that. Now here this is our battery's positive terminal, this is P terminal. That means this, due to this battery, this diode will form what? The forward bias, right? But due to our external voltage source, you can see that this is positive terminal, this is our negative terminal, right? Negative terminal of diode, that is N terminal. That means due to our source, this diode is in a reverse bias condition. But you can understand easily that as time, now you have to consider the time at t equals to 0. Here what? At t equals to 0. So at t equals to 0, just try to first understand what is going on, right? Because first you have to imagine these things, means you have to draw a picture in your mind that what is going on here, and then after the confirmation of that image, you can easily solve any type of problems involving the clipper circuit. Now try to understand what is going on. Now at t equals to 0, the input voltage is equals to 0. That means this is providing no current. Due to this source, there is no current in the circuit. That means the only source that is available in this circuit at t equals to 0 is due to this battery. So now we have to consider only the battery at t equals to 0. So due to the battery, this diode will be now in forward bias condition. And we know that in forward bias condition, what is forward bias condition? Forward bias means the for ideal diode, suppose we are considering first the ideal diode, then we come to the practical diodes. Okay, the for ideal diode, the forward bias means, suppose this is the circuit, and if it is in forward bias condition, then this will be only a connecting wire. We have to just replace this with a connecting wire. And if this is in reverse bias, then we have to just do this thing, that is the circuit is just open. That when due to this battery, this diode will be just replaced with a wire, right? So now this is wire at t equals to 0. Okay, now as time elapses, then what happens? This V initial means the our V source. Okay, V source gradually increases. That means it is increases like this. First initially it was 0, then it becomes to 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, like this. This will gradually increase and this will gradually come to 1 volt. But before 1 volt, before coming to 1 volt, as time elapses, the voltage source have to pass these stages also, 0.1, 0.2 and 0.3. And in this period of time, when the voltage is like this, that is less than equal to, not less than 1 volt, then what happens? This source is triggering the current in this direction, right? This is positive end and this is negative end. That means this will trigger the current in this direction. This will ignite the current in this direction. But due to this, what will be the current? The direction of current due to this battery, the current will be in this direction. So these two are just opposite. But in this period of time, when the Vs is equals to this, okay, that is less than 1 volt, then what is dominating? This voltage is dominating. That means due to this voltage, the current will be generating in this circuit. That means in this time the diode that was here will be in forward bias condition, as here only the effective voltage source is this. That means in this time, in this small time duration, this will become a wire. This will act as a wire. So you can easily understand now, as this becomes a wire, you can understand if here we have just taken the output voltage and we are measuring this output voltage, then you can understand what will be V output. V output will be just equals to this voltage. Why? Because so in this duration of time, when V output is less than 1 volt, then V input is less than 1 volt, then V output will remain constant at 1 volt. That means what will be the output? Let us draw the output. The output will be like this. This will be 1 volt first. Initially this is suppose 1 volt line. So this will be 1 volt for some time. Suppose I am just expanding this wave like this. This is the wave, suppose, for understanding, clear understanding only. So this is the wave, suppose this is the wave. Then this is for this time, this is at 1 volt. Now next, then when now this voltage, this Vs becomes greater than 1 volt, then what happens? Okay, now what happens? Now this is dominating, this voltage source is dominating this battery. So now there will be current generated due to this voltage in the circuit. So here what was our circuit? This was like this, right? So now this will be what? Reverse bias due to this, because this is plus and this is N terminal. That means this will be now reverse bias, and for reverse bias this will be only open circuit. Then it will become open circuit. Now as this is open circuit, now what happens? Now you can easily understand that as this circuit is already open and no current is flowing in this circuit, then the output voltage will be what? Just this input voltage, because now this circuit becomes only like this. this is Vs, and this is this, and here it is disconnected, right? So, and this is disconnected here, whatever may be this, but this is disconnected. Now this will be only, so the V output will be what? Just the V input. So this will follow just the V input, this will follow the V input, and as V input is varying, so V output will follow the input. That means V output will also vary like the input. Then that means this will follow like this. And after that, okay, this is not like big as this. Now what happens? Now in the first cycle, we are now still in the first half cycle. Now as this will gradually increase, and then after the peak it will decrease, the V initial, the V source, right? Now while this is decreasing and decreasing like this position, okay, just try to understand. After this position, what is happening? After this position, this is again below 1 volt, right? This is again below 1 volt, and similarly, like the similar fashion what we discussed earlier, this will be the V output voltage will be constant at 1 volt. For what time? For the half cycle, first half cycle. So this is our first half cycle. Now what will be the second half cycle? I think you are understanding my point, and if you have any doubt, then you can just comment below, okay? And if you are new, then you can subscribe this channel for understanding physics concepts like this in our future videos, okay? Now in the second half cycle, what is happening, you can easily understand that this is plus, this is minus. That means the current due to this, the current is generating in this direction. That means this voltage source is trying to generate the current in this direction, right? In this direction, and this battery is also directing the current in this direction, right? This is also trying to trigger the current in this direction. So these two directions are same directions, right? The external source and the battery, this battery is driving the current in the same direction. So the result is very simple. So we have not to confuse so much, because this current is going in a same direction, okay, through the full negative half cycle, for the full negative half cycle. Now as the current is moving in this direction, you can easily understand that this is a plus terminal, this is minus terminal, this is plus terminal, this is minus. Means for this and for this, for both of these twos, this diode will be always in forward bias. That means this is a wire now. That means the output voltage will be just constant at 1 voltage for the throughout negative half cycle. And then what happens, then similarly this thing comes. So similarly this thing will repeat, this thing will repeat, this thing will similarly repeat. So this, you have not to draw these things. So this is our answer, this is our answer. So here you can see that, look at this circuit, you can see that this circuit, this portion of this circuit is similar as the V initial or V source, that is our input voltage. But the other parts of this signal, you can see that it is clipped. It is the initial or input signal like this, and all the signals are clipped to 1 volt, right? All the signals are just clipped. Clipped means this is suppose clip. So this means this circuits, the portions of these circuits is just we have plugged this circuit and plugs this wire suppose, and just clip this to 1 volt. Just clip this circuit to 1 volt. Just clip this 1 volt. That's why this circuit is called the clipper circuit. Okay, so I think that you have understand all the concepts of how this works and how to solve this type of problems. So in the next videos I will discuss some very important problems on these clipper circuits, various problems. So if you are new to this channel, then subscribe this channel and hit the bell icon to get the notifications of my upcoming videos. So take care of yourself. Thanks for watching.